What's up? We got week 4, day 4. Now, like I said, day 4, we're going to implement in wrist exercises. We're implementing in core. If you've been doing just the 3-day split and that feels good for you, keep doing the 3-day split. 3-day split, we're doing every other day. If you are going to work in the 4th day, you're going to be doing your wrist, you're going to be doing your core. I would recommend doing 2 days in a row and then getting a 1 to 2 day rest. I like to do a 1 day rest and then hitting 2 more days, then having a 2 day rest. If that makes any sense. So Monday, work. Tuesday, work. Wednesday, break. Thursday, work. Friday, work. Saturday, Sunday, break, and then you start over again on Monday. So we're doing that for the next like 3 weeks. Now I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put the this warm up. It's shorter. I'm gonna put this warm up here. Okay, this warm up's gonna consist. I wrote everything down. This warm up's gonna consist of cat cows, 10 reps, bird dogs, 8 reps per side, wrist rotations, and then some body weight glute bridges. So I'll walk you through all 4 of those. So let's get into it. So now that I'm here, I did want to talk about my travel, my recent travel experience. And of course, I'm talking about going up to Prescott, and I'm talking about hitting a different gym. So as far as like the gym is concerned, I was working out at the Planet Fitness. I gotta say, I kind of liked it. If I'm being honest with you. Of course, as soon as you get over like the obvious parts, where there's no squat rack, there's no bench press, that's the kind of whack part. But as far as from a pack perspective, at least in Prescott, there's literally nobody there. I was working out by myself, which is awesome. And then for another perspective, there were a couple of dudes in there who were just absolutely swollen. I kind of want to walk up to them and be like, yo, you guys are at the wrong gym right now. How are you this jacked if you're coming to this gym? Because they don't have any free weights. But price wise, it was like they had 2 plans. The pounds here. Okay, so price wise, they had like 2 plans, and like it was funny because in the 2 plans, it was like the basic membership was $15 a month, and then they had a $49 fee that you had to pay like right up front. So it was like 75 bucks. I was only going to be there for a few weeks, so they had like a premium package. The premium package plan was $25, and then it was a $1 initiation fee. And the guy was like, "Yeah, if you cancel this before the month, it's only gonna be 26 bucks." And it was like their premium like black pass. So I went and did it, not even knowing what it was, which is super funny. So like after about a week, like I'm going in there and like everybody's pretty nice, but the guy's just like, "Oh, hello, sir." He kept saying, "Hello, sir," which is weird because nobody says that to me ever. So then I like went up to him and I was like, "Yo, what do I get with this black pass?" And it was funny. It was like I was a king up there. They're just like, "Sir, you get everything with the black pass." And I'm like, "Okay, well, what does that mean? Like, am I getting a happy ending in the back? Like, what is that?" You know? And he's like, "Oh, sir." He's like, "You don't know what the black room is?" I'm like, "No." Like, "Oh, well, come over here." So they like gave me like a tour. Apparently, I got like free tanning, and then I got like some hydrotherapy and stuff, hydrotherapy beds. And pretty much he was just like, "Sir, you're like," I was like a king over there. There's like, "Sir, you have access to literally everything in here. Whatever the fuck you want to do, whatever you want to do, it's yours." So that was kind of dope, being treated like a king over there. The other like funny part was, oh, well, you guys know, I was like wanting to weigh myself because I've already put on about 10 or 12 pounds in like 2 weeks with this workout and like just with my diet and eating and stuff, gaining muscle. But like everywhere you go, there's just signs that just go and they say like, oh, everywhere you go, there's signs that just say like, "Oh, this is no critiques. This is a judgment-free zone. No critiques. You're enough." So I like went to the front because I was like wanting to weigh myself to see how much weight I've gained. So I probably put on like 10 or 12 pounds of like solid weight, barely in week 4. So then I'm like, "Sir," I like walk up. I'm like, "Hey guys, do you guys have a scale? Like I need a scale. I'm trying to weigh myself." And they were just like, "Sir, look at the wall behind you." And I was like, "Okay, judgment free, no critique." And he's like, "Yes, sir. We're judgment free here. We don't weigh people. We don't critique people. Scales do not exist in this gym." Which was kind of funny because I'm like, every weight is perfect weight. whether you're 380 pounds or you're 80 pounds. Every weight is great, which, you know, I'm like definitely all about like inclusivity. I think that there should be a place for everybody to work out at, for sure. But at the same time, like I'm just like, guys, my goal kind of revolves around like weights. Like I have to know like how much I'm benching, how much I'm squatting, how much like I gotta know these numbers. I gotta know if I'm putting on any weight, if I'm putting on any mass. I thought that was pretty interesting. But I guess my overall experience is it's it's a pretty dope gym. I mean, it's pretty clean. I actually really liked it in there, which is funny enough. Everybody was super nice in there. Um, Nobody cared about me filming or anything like that. And at EOS, like I'm at EOS Fitness right now, and like maybe it's like a Prescott thing versus a Phoenix thing, but I'll tell you what, man, you come at like 2 o'clock in the morning, there's like 100 people in this damn gym working out like all the time. So that part is pretty cool. It would be the ultimate flex would be if they could just put one squat rack, one bench, that would be great. It's just like I said, like I can't work out there. I can't be a member there because I'm gonna be deadlifting on a Smith machine. Like I just can't do that. So that was the only downfall. But apart from that, gym wise to gym, it was big. They had a ton of amenities. It was very clean. There were no broken machines. Everybody was super nice. Everyone was super chill. It was 24 hours. So yeah, all in all, if you're looking for a gym and you don't really care about the free weight stuff, that's a pretty decent option, especially too at that price point. So let me know what you guys think. Oop, hang on. I'm over here forgetting my workout. Oh, the bodyweight glute bridges. Yay! Bodyweight glute bridges, 15 reps. Okay. Well, guys, we're going to be doing more air humps. Ugh. We're going to be doing more air humps. Bodyweight glute bridge. Basically like this. And you just do this. And you want to flex your glutes as hard as you can. It has to be as hard. It has to be as hard as you can. The other super dope part about working at Planet Fitness is going to the end of the dumbbell to grab like the heaviest dumbbells in the rack because like their dumbbells only went up to like 60s. So it's like, oh, like it was like the first time I ever walked into a gym where I was just like, yeah, I'm down here, I'm down way at the end. Like the 60s, they like had dust on them. I'm like, who the frick? Like no one's even lifting the 60s over here. Like what the? So that was pretty funny, but yeah. All in all, I'd say my experience was pretty dope with that gym. So those are let me know what gyms you guys work out at. But like I said, man, dude, there was one guy in there. Yeah, dude, there's one guy that looked like freaking Captain America up in there. It's like seeing him, I'm like, dude, what are you doing here, bro? Like, you're done, bro. Like, why are you even coming to the gym anymore? Like, you're done at that point. Like, just go walk around, enjoy your life. But it was the other thing too. Is I was just like, dude, what are you doing here at like Planet Fitness, bro? Like, look at you. You like should be at like a Metroflex or something, or like a Gold's Venice. Like, what the heck? But yeah, other than that, it was kind of like older people, a lot of older people there. But yeah, it was pretty cool. All right, so since this is a brand new workout, I'm going to briefly just talk about it, just very briefly, okay? So you can see it A1, A2, B1, B2, C1. These are going to be supersets, okay? So when you're doing the supersets, basically you're either going to choose between doing farmer's walk or a barbell rack hold, okay? We're going to do 4 sets of that. You're only going to do about 30 seconds of rest. So you're going to jump into your second superset, which in this case is going to be hanging knee raises for the first one, okay? So I will go ahead, I'll explain the others as we go along. But basically, farmer's rock or rack hold, okay? Just depends on how many you're doing. 30 to 40 yards for a farmer's hold or 20 to 30 seconds for rack hold. And then hanging knee raises is what we're going to immediately jump into. Now with these ones, 30-second break in between. Then after you're done with your rack hold, you only rest for about a minute and then you go and you do the entire thing. So it's going to be super high intensity. You're not going to be resting a lot. Okay? So let's get into it. All right, guys, be careful with this stuff. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna try to do 100s, and again, it's just because I know that like my grip fouls me about 225, so I'm trying to do a 100-pound dumbbell on each arm. Okay, so let's get into it. This is gonna be about 30 or 40 yards of walk right here. Ooh, ooh. Okay, 30 seconds of rest, and we're gonna jump into doing some hangs. Ooh, my grip strength is crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Doing the 1 to 2 minute rest. The 1 minute rest is crazy because my fucking forearms are already just like tired. My wrists. It's like I gotta jump in immediately, do it again. Ooh, 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 Yep, we're gonna switch out. We're gonna do rack pulls because I can't even hit the hundreds right now. The crazy part is it's just like how fast your forearms and your grip strength gives out when you have no rest in between your sets. You're just doing like 1 minute intervals. It gets kind of crazy. All right, guys, we're back. Oh my gosh. Oh, I dropped 185 on this high rack days as fast as I could. I dropped 185 because fuck, my wrists and my hands are just like dead right now. Ooh, so we're gonna see how long I can hold this for, but honestly, it does not feel like long. Ooh. Holy cow. Okay, two more. All right, I'm gonna thoroughly enjoy this 1 minute to 90-second rest right here. I'll talk to you guys for a minute. This one here, it doesn't matter how much weight you do. You basically want to get failure. You want to get to failure. You want to get your forearms and your fingers as weak as possible. The goal is trying to build grip strength. Let me move this camera. Oh. I've never felt so weak and powerless in my entire life. My hands and my everything, my arms down, everything just feels completely dead, like it doesn't even work anymore. Can't even hold 185. Building strength. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, I can't even do it. I gotta switch my weight, guys. Well, guys, I dropped down to 10 on each side because I can't even lift the bar anymore. I think we found the weak part of my entire regimen. So this is awesome that we're actually putting this and implementing this to a full day. I got about 10 more seconds. All right. 30-second break until I get into these bad boys. Four, Got 3 more. Oh my gosh. Oh. I'm gonna try and rotate my hands to this. Ooh. Oh my gosh. 2 more. All right. All right, guys. Moving on to part C. You already know it. It's Palloff Press, or the weighted Russian twist. I'm too lazy to go find an open table, and it's busy as fuck in the gym, or it's super busy in the gym too. So we're gonna be doing the weighted Russian twist, 10 to 12 per side. So 20 to 24 if you're doing them simultaneously, like we're about to do. All right, let's do it. Google this if you don't know, but it's pretty easy. You elevate your feet and you put your back at like a 45-degree angle to the ground, and you just kind of, you'll see. Ooh. Ooh. 4 sets. I wonder if I should treat this similar to how we would the other supersets. Let's see what I wrote down at the 10. I didn't mark. I only marked on the supersets time limit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and stick to that 30-second because fuck it. We can make adjustments as we go. Ooh. Oh, man, I'm dying over here. These high intensity, short interval trainings are super hard. It's kind of what pushes you to your limits. But I think it's unnecessary evil. You got to mix it in with your general workout. You can't have the kind of workout where you're going to be sitting there super comfortable the whole time, not even breaking a sweat. You're going to have to push yourself outside your comfort box, outside your comfort zone. You have to push yourself. So, just something you got to do. And you got to figure out how to push yourself past your limits, past your edge, and just in your brain, just never accept that you're going to quit. Oh my gosh, I'm dying over here. Funny too. It's back in my heyday. I used to be able to do this with like a plate, like super easy. Just but a plate is super easy because it's bigger, so you actually can like touch the ground with it. This guy here, I'm having trouble with that. I used to do that, and I used to do like sides where I'd have somebody stand and hold me like this, and I'd be coming up, touching someone's hand. Okay, that's about 30 seconds. Oh my god. Well, the good thing, I'm absolutely dead right now. The good thing about week 4 is since we're supersetting everything. Oh man, I feel my throat. Since we're supersetting everything, the workout goes by super fast, which is awesome. So that's one benefit of it. Other than that, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Even though I feel like I'm gonna throw up, I'm about to go pound some protein too. So let's go do a quick little cool down. I've got a surprise cool down for you guys. Surprise! The cool down is another workout. And I don't know why. It's just because we got 3 weeks, and I want to absolutely murder my grip strength and my forearms, because I need to get as strong as possible before we make the gains. So you're not gonna have to do 3 sets though, 4 sets. You just do 1. We'll do 1, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the wrists too, the extension and flexion as well. And I think we'll call it a day after that. Sorry for adding on to the workout. This is a combination. So no superset here. I just figure if I got my feet on the ground, I'm able to like at least hold for longer. We'll see how much longer. I like that. I like the fact that you can hold it for a longer period of time. So you get a good buildup of like fatigue, which is awesome because, not to make fun of myself, but I'm such a weakling right now that I can't even hold myself anymore. Unless I have absolutely no exhaustion at all, then I can hold myself for like a minute or whatever. But if I'm doing superset with like some rack pulls or even those farmer walks, dude, I was not even moving the farmer walk, the dumbbells, the hundreds. The hundreds were moving me. Honestly, I think the 100 like threw me, which is funny. It is what it is. I think yeah, definitely next time we're not doing hundreds anymore. We're gonna go like jumping down to like 80s or something. Cause damn, that shit was crazy. Anyways, let me get this other set. I need to drink some water. All right, guys, we're gonna do a half workout just because this is just added on. I don't want to do 4 sets of this. Plus, if you think about it, your forearms should already be gassed. Your grip, like I can't even move my fingers faster than this. So let's hit one more, and then we're gonna go and we're gonna hit our extenders and extensors, or flexion and extensions. We're gonna go do those. We should call it the day after that. Okay, so let's get on to it. All right, let's go hit our wrist flexors and wrist extension. Boom, boom. The goal by the end of this 6-week program plus the 12-week program is I want to have my forearms like Popeye. I straight up want to be like Popeye. So, or at least bigger. Here's a funny thing. So when I was 14, I was 130 pounds, right? Literally like stopping like maybe 132, and freshman in football weight training. And I just remember I'm like a wide receiver. I was like a defensive back and a receiver. And I remember this some like huge ass like lineman came up to me and was just like, "Let me see these thumbs." And he like went like this. He was like, "Man, man, my dick is thicker than these wrists," like that. And like everybody just started laughing. It's funny. I'm like have graduated since then, and now my wrists are back to the size that they were when I was like 14. All right, let's go hit our wrists. All right, y'all. That concludes week 4. Congrats on making it this far. I hope we're going to be ready for it to go when we hit Project Helios. And I'll see you all next week. All right, in case anybody is wondering, let's see, I was 149.7, I believe. Let's see where I'm at. Woo. 160.4, so I gained 11 pounds. It's week 4, the end of week 4, so I'm not going to say I gained 11 pounds of muscle, but I definitely put some muscle on. So I think the 11 pounds I put on is like healthy weight, so good for me. You guys are going to be asking me, oh my gosh, how did you put on 11.5 pounds in 4 weeks? Do not eat bad. It's not about eating bad. I ate a lot more food. I'm taking just a like basic, like not even a mass gainer. I'm just doing whey protein. So I do whey protein after the gym, and I literally just do that in water. But I'm just eating tons of meat. Like I said, I have beef jerky on the go, like literally in bags. I'm just like pounding beef jerky all the time. I'm eating a lot of fish. I'm eating a lot of chicken. And I'm just adding in an extra meal. I'm making sure I'm getting in I usually only eat twice a day. If twice a day, honestly. I was like kind of depressed, so I was only eating like once or twice a day. So I try to jump back up to like 3 meals a day, and I try to get protein, lean protein, with every meal. I know. You're like, well, where are you at right now? It is true.
I'm at Canes, but you know what? It's the end of week 4. It's the end of week 4, and it's a cheat day, and I'm splurging a little bit on the cheat day, so that's the reason for that. So that's what's up. But anyways, yeah, just eat more food. Make sure it's healthy food. Don't eat bad. I want you eating fast food, a lot of chicken breast, do a lot of red meat, make your own beef jerky. Maybe I'll do a video on that one day. All right, take it easy.